What is going on, everybody, and welcome on in to episode 303 of the Garage Beers podcast. We got a great show planned for you tonight. Although you're just hanging out with me and Chad tonight in the garage, as no special guest this week. Joey's off celebrating his wedding anniversary, so Chad and I are going to be hanging out, drinking a couple beers, and talking about sports, and we're glad that you're joined in and tuned in here with us. First order of business on episode 303 of Garage Beers. Shout out to our host. There's a mute button on that microphone. Chad thought he muted his microphone, but instead he turned it back on, and then he was munching as loud as he could on chips. That's how we start this show. First of all, big shout out to our host. The OBR, the Orange and Brown Report, is your home for all the best Cleveland Browns coverage in the land. The oldest and largest Browns independent coverage site. Get over to the OBR.com, hit subscribe, and you can be a part of the best Browns community in Cleveland. And Wednesday nights, bonus, you get to hang out with us, and we might not even talk Browns, although there might be a couple fun things to talk about tonight with the Cleveland Browns. So we might get to it, we might not, but we are going to talk about the Olympics. It was golden. We're going to talk about maybe some other funny things that happened at the Olympics. We're going to talk about a couple teams coming back off of breaks, the Cavs, and some weird news out of them today, the Blue Jackets, and we're going to talk about the Cleveland Guardians a little bit tonight, as they surprised us a little bit this last week, but they're playing games now in spring training. There's just a lot going on as we kind of barrel our way into one of the better sports times of the year when we start talking about the NHL and the NBA get to the playoffs. March Madness predates that a little bit. Then you got baseball starting, so we're getting in. You know, the doldrums of February can be a little bit weird, but the Olympics helped with that. But we're getting into a great sports time. Anyways, with you as always, I'm your host, Michael Keefe. Go follow me online at Garage Beers Mike, and joining me over on the east side of Cleveland, munching on some sun chips or something. Down in the boiler room, it's Chad Meyer at Garage Beers. Chad, what's up, Chad?
It's Trader Joe's chips. Pretty good though. Nice little healthy chips. Good news, Mike. Good news, Mike.
Hold on, which chips? Don't just skip over that.
Oh, what? It's like the I don't know, vegetarian spinach and garlic or tomato chips.
They make the Irish. It's like the Irish garlic butter chips. I don't remember what exactly they're called, and they are deadly. They are just unbelievable.
Yeah. Color me enthused and intrigued by those. You know, a couple of weeks ago, I had French onion soup flavored popcorn. Amazing.
Yeah, right out of town.
Good news, Mike, regarding the Guardians. Good news. Chase DeLauder was a late scratch today for lower body soreness, basically because he was playing too much. Listen, am I freaking out? No. But in the back of my mind, I'm going, fuck, here we go again. Here we go again. So we got that going for us.
Listen, we'll get into the Guardians a little bit later because that was one of the topics I was going to bring up. But let's just say, let's not freak out. And maybe the Guardians, if they're going to rely on him, which they're going to have to this year, maybe they should be paying close attention to his health and trying to keep him healthy and not running him into the ground. Anyways, again, we're going to get into all that stuff tonight. It's going to be a great time. Again, shout out to Joe. I know he's not here. But his anniversary, so he gets a preemptive cheers of the week. And make sure while you're doing all this other stuff I told you to do, make sure you get over to the socials and go to @TheGarageBeers on the socials and follow the show as well. So, first of all, welcome to everybody in the comments. I see Sean is in Baltimore. What the hell are you doing over there?
Baltimore.
In Baltimore. My buddy Jared Gilkerson, the Gilkernus, if we will, says, nice jersey, Mike. You know what? I don't have a Team USA hockey jersey, but I wanted to represent. We're going to talk about that tonight. I wanted to represent Team USA a little bit. So I went with the soccer jersey because it's what I had. It's what I had.
Aesthetically speaking, Jared, how is it? Huh?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What a throwback.
You're welcome.
Nobody that's watching this has any idea what you're talking about. But
nope, but it's amazing.
Throwback. All right. We got Klinger here in the comments. Episode 303 and the 330. Ooh, we got episode 330. We should do something. We missed out on it. We missed out on a great opportunity with episode 216. But shout out Klinger. But yeah, if you're joining us tonight, get in the comments. If there's anything you want to talk about, again, we can kind of be open tonight. It's our world. We're all just spinning around. and we can do whatever we want to tonight. There's no real set schedule as far as how things go. So please keep active in the comments and we'll get to you. But we can't get going really with episode 303 before we have our garage beers of the week. So Chad, you already flashed yours a couple times as you were spending the first 5 minutes of the episode snacking. But why don't you go ahead and tell us about your garage beer of the week this week?
I have a Modelo, and don't worry, my tummy's full now, so I won't be eating anymore. Modelo, that's it. I mean, just a nice, just refreshing, smooth Modelo with a little bit of lime juice in it, and it's just hitting a spot tonight. It's just so good. Yeah.
See,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. For my garage beer of the week, I spent a little time at Great Lakes Brew Pub on Friday. Actually, my new job had like a company outing over there. So I literally got there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Did not start drinking quite at that. We had some work that we had to do. But we had a little happy hour there. And then we wound up, the family, wife, the in-laws met me down at the brew pub. We hung out there a little bit longer. And I picked one of these up. And I haven't tasted it yet, but the smell is unbelievable. I'm actually sad Joey's not here because I think he would go crazy. I picked up the Mocha Blackout Stout.
New. That's new.
Brewing. It is new. An Imperial Stout. Blackout's big, right? I don't remember what the percentage is, but I know it's hefty. Oh, 11. It's an 11% beer. But this takes their normal Blackout Stout, which is named that for a reason, and then it adds the mocha flavor, and you get a beer that looks like that. Of course. I'm going to taste it because I'm excited.
It'd be weird if it was called Blackout and it was like a blonde ale.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh my God.
I'm sure.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't know where you can buy this. I know I was at, like, you know how they have the store at Great Lakes?
Yeah.
That's where I picked it up. If you are the kind of person that can get down with a stout every now and then, please pick this up for yourself. This is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Jared in the comments just killed it here. Wish I had the beer at the Jock Jams party in about 2004. Yeah, that is when that was. I went to college with Jared, and we had a killer Jock Jams party at his apartment that I wound up. Well, let's just say I was praying to the porcelain gods that night in my baby blue LaDainian Tomlinson Chargers jersey. So that was that night. Good memories. I'm glad other people can remember.
So much beer tastes like all the same these days to me. Like Mocha Blackout Stout, that sounds good. Like I would drink that, but I don't know that there's a beer out there that's going to make me go like, oh, that's so different. Like that's good, right?
Oh yeah. Listen, how much can you? Yeah, I totally understand, but
right.
It's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, no, for sure. Did you see that? Did you watch that link I said, or look at that link at all I sent you today? You want to go have these on the world's strongest beer?
Oh yes. Can you tell people about this?
Yeah, I came across a reel of some guy. He was like a professional alcoholic or something, and he had the world's strongest beer. I don't know how to say it, but it's from Scotland, and it's the Scotland Belthier Fire. Just Google world's strongest beer, and it's the first one that pops up. And you go on this thing, you go on this website, and it's the way they brew it. It turns out to be 75% ABV. 75%. So basically, you're drinking ether, and it comes with it's a warning label on the neck. It says do not. It basically says do not drink more than a shot of this at one time.
Right.
Yeah, and I looked to see if you can buy it, and they'll ship it to the United States. So that's why I text Joey and Mike today. I said, "You guys want to go have these on this? You want? I mean, I'd try it.
This will
try
dissolve your organs, but
yeah.
Otherwise, you'll be fine.
You one shot of this, and you immediately have cirrhosis. So
drink it, you pansies. Mm-hmm. All right, those are our garage beers of the week. Get in the comments. Let us know what you're drinking tonight. I know, Sean, if you're in Baltimore, you got to be drinking something. Lots of good breweries over there in Maryland. Yeah, you know me. I don't have to go there anymore.
Sean's a Miller Lite guy. If anything, he's drinking a Miller Lite.
Is it not incredible, Chad, that I have not done this show from a hotel?
I know.
Normally, I would have done 4 episodes this year from a hotel, and I don't have to. So that is what I'm talking about.
I'm not quite used to it, right, as of right now, right? I'm still expecting you to pop on one day and just be in a hotel room again.
Maybe I'll just do it for old time's sake. I'll be at the Doubletree
in Avon,
in Westlake.
Yeah.
But get in the comments. Let us know what you're drinking as you join us here tonight, and we'll flash that up there. But let's get into episode 303. Again, just Chad and I, but I'm looking forward to it. Sometimes these are our most fun episodes. And so, Chad, let's start with really the biggest news over the last week-ish. And let's start with the one advantage Canada had over the U.S. does not belong to Canada anymore.
Nope.
I don't know if you saw the meme. If I had it, I would put it up on the screen. But there's a meme of like Uncle Sam with a hockey stick, and it says, "Sorry, Canada, but it's called ice football now." The U.S., the United States, dominates hockey in the Winter Olympics, winning gold in both the women's and the men's. And I'm gonna admit something that I'm a little ashamed. I'm a little ashamed to admit. Let's start with the men's side, and then we'll go to the women's side.
All right.
I'm a little ashamed to admit that, Chad, maybe it's just because there's been good U.S. teams fairly recently.
Yeah.
And maybe I just had it in my head that they had won at some point. I did not realize that this is the first gold medal for the U.S. men's Olympic hockey team since 1980.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, man. It's been a long time. I mean, that's back in 1980 when they won, and they call it a miracle. It truly was a miracle because for so long back in that 70s and 80s, the Russians ruled the roost, and then it kind of at some point, I don't know exactly when, but at some point the torch got passed to Canada, and they've dominated for the longest time. So yeah, the U.S. hockey has never never been in that 46-year span. Only recently has U.S. hockey really started men's hockey has started to catch up with the rest of the world, and it resulted in a gold medal this year, man. So yeah, let's go.
Unbelievable. And when you talk about the run, the U.S. didn't lose a game in the Olympics. They didn't lose one game. They had that outstanding semifinal game against Sweden, the overtime game that both semis go to overtime. As the U.S. needed overtime to beat Sweden, and Canada needed overtime to beat, who did they beat? Czechia? No, who'd they beat in the semis? Finland.
Yeah, Finland. But they had a tough game in the quarters with Czechia too.
Yeah.
So,
but let's talk about this U.S. men's team a little bit, because what I couldn't stop thinking about was just the makeup of the team.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, what they got out of these guys, for a minute, I don't want to compare them to the 80 Miracle on Ice team because those were kids. Those were college kids. Yeah. They were amateurs. They weren't professionals. But at the same time, the makeup of this U.S. team felt a little like that. I mean, this was just a star-studded team, but it's just so many of the young stars of the NHL, these young American dudes. And yeah, there are some vets out there, and there's some guys that have been around for a long time, but just really led, especially with the skaters, so many young players, young up-and-coming stars in the NHL that are 23, 22, 24 years old that are already franchise players, and now they're out there carrying the U.S. Olympic team. It gave me the same kind of vibe in that it felt like it was kind of a group of kids, right? And then you look at the other side and you look at Canada, and they didn't play Crosby, and that's a bummer. But you look at Canada and you're talking about these guys that have been around for, not to even say Connor McDavid, Mark Stone accepting his silver medal looked like he was 147 years old.
Yeah.
Out there. And it just had that same vibe to me. Like, it's like the young kids brought the energy and bring home the gold medal. It was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, it was this U.S. team was built to beat one team and one team only. It was built to beat Canada because, yes, right. It was two scoring lines and two checking defensive penalty kill lines. That's what it was. I mean, if they were going to win this game, if they were going to win the gold medal, and I know everybody really wanted that upset, whether it was Finland or Czechia. I know they really wanted them to beat Canada because they were a lot of people were scared of Canada in the gold medal game. But you know what? You got to be the man. You got to beat the man. Woo! So I was not scared of Canada. Granted, yeah, of course I was nervous going into the game. I didn't think the U.S. was going to win. But if they were going to win, this was the team they needed to build to do it. I mean, you have some of the best defensemen in the NHL. You got Jacob Slavin, right? Jacob Slavin is widely known. I think he also wins the Lady Bing every year for no penalty, for less the least amount of penalty minutes. Jacob Slavin. You got Zach.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
But then I thought the interesting part of these lines is you got guys who normally aren't in the roles they were on this U.S. team, in their roles on their NHL teams. Like JT Miller is a like number 1 or number 2 center on the Rangers. He was on the penalty kill unit. He was a penalty killer on this Olympic team. JT Miller. There was another guy. His name's escaping me right now. But
they were perfect, right?
Yeah, they didn't give up a single power play goal.
Chad,
that 5-on-3, even that 5-on-3.
Chad, that 5-on-3.
Yeah,
I mean, like I just got goosebumps. I don't mean to jump around the whole conversation, but I just got goosebumps thinking about that was like, what was it, like a minute 45 ish?
Yeah,
a minute 50 ish of 5-on-3 against Canada.
Yeah,
and they were awesome.
Yeah,
and they were awesome.
Yeah, they were great. They They played their position so well, whether it was a poke check, a back check, a stick check. Like that team, if they got the puck, right, if they caused a turnover, they were gone, right? There was no wasted space against Canada, right? You cannot wait and sit back and wait around for them if you were able to possess the puck. And I know Canada poured it on in the second and third period, which was like, it was just felt like survival at that point. But you saw it, especially in that first period. You saw it. If they got the puck, it was either cleared, it was gone. There was no wasted time and space in the Canada offensive zone. It was get the puck and get it the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and listen, you say that this team was built to beat one team. And I think that's such a great way to put it. And I love what Dave Klinger right here in the comments says. This team was the best U.S. team we've put on the ice, more than an all-star team. Was the right players in the right spots, actually a lot like the 80 team. It felt like it a little bit, even though it's not fair to compare them because it takes away from the amateurism of that 80 team, but it did feel like it. But then you get to that gold medal game, and we talk about them being built to beat Canada. And damn it, if it didn't look like they were absolutely not built to beat Canada. I mean, Canada, for the most part, the first period, pretty decent for the U.S., but really, like you just said, the second and third, it was all Canada all the time. I mean, they were relentless. They just couldn't put the puck in the net. I mean, they missed open nets. We'll talk about the one miss, aka save, in a minute because I want to get to that player. But they were out skating the U.S. I felt like the U.S. just never had the puck in their offensive zone. It was just constantly Canada getting after it. You talk about these Canadian players and these guys that get all this love and McDavid and all that. And every time I watch Cale Makar play, I think he is so well respected, and everybody does give him a ton of love, but I still think he just doesn't get enough love. I think he's like the most impressive, like especially for a defenseman, man. The way he moves, I don't understand it. He is just awesome. And you have Team Canada just dominating the game, and it felt, Chad, with every minute that went by, it felt like this is slipping away from the U.S. Canada's about to bury one. And they didn't. And I want to know how you felt, because then it goes to overtime and it's 3-on-3. And of course, whatever team loses is going to complain that it's 3-on-3. And is it stupid that it goes to 3-on-3? Yes. But you're also, I mean, I think getting lost in the conversation is you're talking about a bunch of now professional players that are in the middle of an NHL season that don't need to go 7 overtimes in an Olympic game. Like, we got to end this game at some point. So there is that. But from what I saw, like social media and all that, when it went to overtime, it felt like everybody I saw talking about the game was like, oh, this is bad for the U.S. If it goes to overtime, it's Canada's going to take it, blah, blah. I kind of felt the opposite. Like, they survived what Canada brought at them in the full 5-on-5 onslaught that they were bringing at them. And now I feel like the 3-on-3 just leveled the playing field entirely.
You know what? Yes and no. In my opinion, though, right? Like there was when it got to 3-on-3 in overtime. To me, it wasn't so much, oh, the U.S. survived and they have this now, or Canada definitely has this. It was, to me, it was more just anyone's hockey game, right? Like you knew with all of that open space, you knew that the U.S. was going to get some opportunities, right? You knew that they were going to way more. It was going to be easier for them to get opportunities than it was in 5-on-5. So it was, to me, it was more anything can happen. And obviously it did. I get why people thought that this was going to be Canada's, Canada definitely was going to win it in overtime because of the time and space you have in 3-on-3 and the skill and the speed. There's just the pure skill and speed that Canada has on that team. So I get why people said that, but it was, the scoring lines for the U.S. were just as fast and just as skilled. So when they had numbers on that golden goal, and the fact that Werenski just bodied McKinnon to get that pass over to Jack,
we're gonna go there.
Was awesome. But yeah, the ice was so tilted in that second and third period, but the thing is, the U.S. did such a good job of clogging up the middle and keeping everything to the outside that it felt like even when they had quality chances, it was from a tough angle, right? Yeah, yes, there were a couple of open nets that the U.S. got really lucky on, but everything was always kept to the outside or sharp angles or bad, but because they did such a good job of clogging up the middle. Canada had to earn everything they got. And boy, did they earn it. But fortunately for the U.S., Connor Hellebuck, I know we're going to get to him, was unreal. Should have been MVP. And the defensemen were just top notch.
That's next. But I do want to say, a lot of conversation got made with Canada missing open nets and all that stuff. But U.S. had their fair share of that too. How about the double dinger off the posts?
Oh yeah,
unbelievable. Oh, yeah. How about Austin Matthews? I'm not going to shoot. I'm just not going to shoot the puck.
To this day, I have no idea why he didn't shoot that puck. He's like, oh, nobody's in front of me. I got to pass it over into traffic.
Having said all of that, you just brought up the name. And I think it was really a cool, we talked about a lot of young kids kind of leading the way and paving the way for Team USA. But when you win a gold medal, similar to when you win a Stanley Cup, somebody has to do something out of the realm of what you think is possible. Somebody has to do something. It's what it takes to get to that top upper level. And the person that did it in the game, especially the gold medal game for Team USA, was Connor Hellebuck. Unfortunately for Canada, a couple of the star players for Team USA play for Canadian teams, so that's tough. But yeah. Winnipeg Jets goalie Connor Hellebuck was as good. That I try not to be overly hyperbolic and use all the demonstrative. I think maybe one of the greatest goalie games I've ever seen. I think literally maybe one of the greatest goalie games I've ever seen. And it was a lot of things, but you just can't. When I saw that he saved that shot, and everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought that who was it? Who was
Taves.
The Canadian?
Taves.
It was Taves. Yeah. I thought Taves just missed it. And I was like, oh, what an idiot. And then they showed the replay, and Hellebuck saved that puck. Yeah. Hellebuck saved that shot. It was a certain goal.
Yeah.
And he reaches behind him with his stick and deflects it away from the net. It's one of the greatest saves of all time. The picture, I love that they have the picture above the nets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The cameras above the nets.
Yeah.
The picture of that save should be forever above Hellebuck's fireplace in his house. Yeah. It was the most unbelievable save of all. That was the we're playing like this. That was oh, we could win this game. We're playing like that. Our goalie's playing like this. Connor Hellebuck. I don't know, Chad. I don't know where you rank it, but I think it's got to be very high on the list of all-time goalie games in any level of hockey.
Oh, dude, considering the circumstances, he was damn near perfect. I mean, I would argue it was perfect. I mean, anytime, when in a one-off game like that, the main thing you're going to need is incredible goaltending. And Connor Hellebuck was incredible this entire tournament. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, if his paddle on his stick is like just 6 inches one way or the other, that puck is most certainly in the net. Mm-hmm. He was able to recover, get his stick out, deflect that puck, and I mean, like, what more can you say? Yeah, you can't really say anything else. He was as locked in as any goalie has ever been, but the magnitude and the circumstances of this game make it at worst, if it's not the best goalie game of all time, at worst, a top 3 goalie game of all time.
But also think about just some of the stuff he faced. And Klinger said it in the comments here. Another comparison to 1980. Jim Craig stood on his head in that game, in the Russia game, and just like Hellebuck did. But like, think about some of the other stuff he faced. How about Connor McDavid coming at you on a wide open breakaway?
Sure.
Now, do I think Connor McDavid just brain farted on that breakaway? Yes.
1,000% did. He looked like he had no idea what he wanted to do.
It's like, who is this guy? Are you not supposed to be the best player like on the planet at this point? Like, What did you just do?
Right.
Then how about the young stud, Macklin Celebrini, which, by the way, he's awesome.
He's so good. He's so good.
He's better than good. He's like just in recent history, NHL wise.
Yeah.
You know, there was like the mania for Bedard. And I think Bedard's a pretty good player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good. I don't want to take away from him.
He's finally rounding into what people think he's going to be this year.
Yes. But then I look at Macklin Celebrini and go, holy shit, that dude is unbelievable. He gets a breakaway. And I also did not like his shot selection. I don't know what that was either. No. But again, just all these things going into this goalie game, and Canada had a little bit of opportunity even in the overtime, but time after time after time after time, Connor Hellebuck just said, nope.
Oh yeah.
The only one that got him was Cale Makar, which was just an unbelievable shot, which I think he might be my favorite player that isn't a Blue Jacket. I think my dream is to see him play for the Blue Jackets at some point. Like, he's unbelievable. But otherwise, just a perfect game for that dude. Perfect.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only time he really got lucky was McKinnon whiffing on that open net. Yes. That's it. That's it. Other than that, like that's why I come just short of saying it was a perfect game. That was the only lucky part of it was McKinnon should have ended the game.
but in the moment, in where it was the gold medal game, for him to show up like that, unbelievable.
Sure.
And then Chad, then it's time to talk about the fun of the last play. And I just advise you to go watch it 1,000 times. I think I did, but it's this combination of things. It's Jack Hughes and that poke check.
Yeah.
Which, that I don't know that anybody will ever talk about that enough. But if you go back and watch, if he whiffs on that puck, Canada's got 2 men going at the goalie.
Yeah.
And they're going to score and win the gold medal.
Yeah.
And he hits this poke check that sends the puck down the ice. Zach Werenski, I think, skates as fast as he has ever skated. And he's fast.
Ever skated.
I think he's fast. But I don't think I've ever seen him skate as fast as he skated after that puck.
Yeah.
And to just bully. I mean, like, and the fact that that's our dude, man. That's
right.
Guy.
Right.
And the fact that he was so integral to everything Team USA did, right? The assists, unbelievable. And the only thing that was bad for Zach Werenski in the Olympics was that I think every time he shot the puck, it got blocked. Every fucking time he shot the puck, it got blocked. Yeah. But for him to just bully his way down the ice, just throw what's his face away, just like you're gone.
Just toss him aside. Yeah.
And then it's like, it's not the most difficult pass of all time, but a perfect pass to Hughes, who made the poke check to start the play, and he buries the shot. What a play. What a play. And it couldn't have been cooler the only thing that could have been cooler was Zach Werenski scoring that goal. It couldn't have been cooler that he was the guy. And the way, speed and power, and like, I'm just going to throw you aside. Perfect pass, game over.
Yeah.
Oh, what a play.
Yeah, Zach's more of like a fluid skater. He's one of those guys that's so athletic it looks effortless when he's skating, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that spring in his step was a gear I've never seen from him before. And the fact is, and McKinnon is, I mean, he's a bulldog. Like he's a big physical, fast guy himself. So like he's no easy guy to just kind of just forearm shiver off of you. So Zach
made it look like he was easy.
Yeah, the fact that Zach did that, and yeah, like you said, tape to tape from him to Hughes, and Hughes just buries it. I think that puck is still stuck in the net somewhere because I didn't even see it. Like I didn't see it bounce out. I didn't see it like it just wedged in the net there somewhere. And yeah,
I'm sure somebody has it.
It was the celebration was on from there.
It was unbelievable. And again, I feel ashamed of the fact that I didn't know it was the first time that the U.S. had won the gold since 1980. I just felt like it had happened. But that just what a storyline there too. Just amazing. And there's other stuff around it that I'm gonna get to later. So I'm gonna save that. But Chad, let's shift gears here real quick because not only does the U.S. take down Canada in overtime in the men's game, but the U.S. takes down Canada in overtime in the women's game.
Yeah.
And totally different story.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about this team because I think maybe one of the most special things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Team USA, like, can we put into perspective, and this is why I'm so glad they got that win. Can we put into perspective what Team USA did in the Olympics on the women's side?
Sure.
They went into that gold medal game having outscored their opponents 31-0 in the Olympics. Or I'm sorry, 31-1. 31-1.
Right.
They gave up a goal. They gave up a goal, I think it was to Czechia, in the very first game that they played in the Olympics. And then they shut every other team out they played until the gold medal game. And they were winning 5-0, 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, 6. It was the most dominant, unbelievable performance over a stretch in the Olympics. You're talking about these are the other best teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just blowing their doors off. The run this women's team went on. This women's team is special. Unbelievable. And listen, women's hockey on an international level has been better for the U.S. than men's hockey. And maybe women's hockey on the international level isn't as good as it is in men's hockey in other countries. But U.S. and women's hockey is dominant. And man, what a run, Chad. Like, it was unreal to watch them. It was must see for me. Every time they were on, I was like, I have to put this on and watch what they're going to do this time, because it felt like it was just record setting after night after record setting night after record setting night.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I talked about like the Russians of at some point passed the torch to the Canadians on the men's side. At some point, the Canadians, like, and this was more recent, had passed the torch on over to the U.S. women's side, because the women's side, I mean, I think it was 14 was the last time they won the silver medal, and it's just been all gold from there, right? I mean, it's the development of women's hockey in USA hockey has been. I mean, it's apparent. You see it. You saw it. It's dominant there. I mean, they were going on. The U.S. and Canada went on a tour of exhibitions around the country, around North America, and the U.S. has dominated and won all of them. Like, that's just a testament to where U.S. women's hockey is at right now. And it's, you know, it didn't surprise me that Canada put up a great fight, an incredible fight in the gold medal game. Because it's such a veteran-laden Canada women's hockey team that you knew they were going to adjust. That you knew they were going to have pushback. But I mean, again, Canada, the U.S. team is full of young kids, right? Yeah, outside of Hillary Knight, who's been there quite a while. But the U.S. is just full of young up-and-coming kids who know what they're doing, who know how to play the game the right way, who play their roles very, very well. But you know, in that gold medal game, Canada, for 58 minutes of that game, played great. They played great, but then the Cleveland Heights native, Layla Edwards, who actually
she's so good.
Who actually didn't have her best game in this game, but she was able to fire the shot, and Hillary Knight was able to get a stick on it. And
I think it was so cool that Hillary Knight. I was kind of excited at first because I thought Layla scored the goal, but if anybody was going to get the stick on it and direct it in, to not have Layla score that goal, Hillary Knight doing it, just so good.
For sure.
So good.
For sure. And hey, preemptive cheers to the Kelseys, by the way.
Yes.
For throwing in a big donation in the GoFundMe to send Layla's family over there to be able to watch her in this. And they saw their girl have an incredible tournament. I mean, it was an incredible tournament for the women's hockey to begin with, but that game was really special to watch.
But again, it goes into this. They played Canada 4 times on that multi-city tour. Cleveland was one of the stops. I was at the game. I think 6-1 was the score.
Yeah.
But they blew out Canada in every game. I think there was one game that was like 11-1 or something like that. Like it was just a blowout every night. And I think did I tell the story of Layla on this the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it was so cool. And I'm going to do my best to get her on the show. But
she's partying with Flava Flav right now, I think.
Yeah, I can't interrupt the party right now. It might be a minute, but we'll do our best.
What do you think? Sidebar real quick. What do you think a party with Flava Flav is going to be like? Like, are they all going to get like clock chains, like gold clock chains?
You know what? I think at this point, a party with Flava Flav is probably in your head very different than what it is in real life.
You think so? You think
they're
all just a little more tame right now?
They're all just sitting around reading books. It's basically a book club.
Is Chuck D? Is Public Enemy rapping in spoken verse instead of spoken word instead of rap right now?
Oh my gosh! But again, you talk about the run. They did that tour. They dominated Canada. Then they go into the Olympics. They dominate everybody, including Canada, 5-0. They beat Canada in the Olympics. Then you get to that gold medal game, Chad, and like you said, Canada won nothing.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
And I think it was a really good example of when that moment gets to be that moment and things tighten up even just a little bit. Because you could tell things tightened up for the U.S. a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
When things tighten up and you aren't playing just the way you normally play, that's what happens. And I listen, based on what the U.S. has done recently, I don't mean to keep bringing up the 80 Miracle team.
For sure.
But I was like, if Canada wins this game, it's like miracle level victory at this point based on what the U.S. has done.
Yeah.
And then they get that goal. And then Keller. I mean, Keller's goal in overtime makes the men's goal look like it was nothing. That move that she put on the Canadian defender was unbelievable. And then to score it on the backhand.
Yeah. Huh.
Again, not to be overly hyperbolic, but when it's for a gold medal, you can be a little hyperbolic. Sure. One of the greatest goals in hockey history.
Should have closed your wickets, eh?
One of the greatest goals in hockey history.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's another thing you get with 3-on-3. Again, you have all that time and space. You can make a move like that, and the fact that Megan Keller had the confidence in her skill to be able to pull that move off and did it flawlessly was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, and I don't know. I hate it when the people say, "Oh, 3-on-3 is not real hockey." Sure, it's not real hockey, but like, I mean, it's the rules. Hey, John Cooper, right? Follow-up question. If Canada got the golden goal, would you feel the same way?
Right.
Right. It's only because you lost the game that you feel like it's not real hockey.
I get it. I get it. And it isn't, but like you're 100% right. And again, these people have other things to go do.
Yeah.
They got, you think about it. I'll never forget living in Texas, and the Stars were playing the Sharks in the playoffs. And my buddy and I drove up from College Station to Dallas. It was like a 3.5-hour drive. And we drove back the same night in a game that I think the Stars just beat the Sharks. And then the next night, my buddy, or 2 nights later or whatever, my buddy drove back up with another friend of ours. And it was the Stars and the Sharks playoffs overtime. I think it went 7 overtimes. Like it went till like 2 a.m. and they had to come back.
Yeah.
Like we can't be doing that in the Olympics. These guys, especially on the men's side. No, not that we don't have to take care of the women. Of course we do, but especially on the men's side, these guys are coming back to an NHL season. Like we got to come back and play hockey. I mean, like think about if the Pittsburgh Penguins had any aspirations to do anything this year. This little injury to Sid, like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
4
like,
weeks. At least 4 weeks.
We got to get these guys back. So
Yeah.
3-on-3 is fine in the Olympics.
It's exciting too, though. It's just as exciting, right? Because again, I would argue that the anticipation is greater. Like, yes, they're hanging back, kind of trying to find their open spot, but when they do, it's usually a numbers situation, a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, something like that situation, which is awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. And Chad, overall, just to end the conversation on U.S. hockey, like to see the U.S. men's and women's both hit the gold in the Olympics. I mean, it's got to do big things for hockey in the U.S. Like it's got to be not that hockey in the U.S. isn't stronger and stronger and stronger, but like it's got to like push it even farther forward. Like what an unbelievable thing.
Oh, totally agree. I mean, you saw clips of like under 10 teams, under 9 teams watching these at like their respective tournaments, or there was tournament games going on and they paused the game so the teams could go over to their benches and celebrate.
Did you see? I saw that video. They were like in the face-off circle, and then somebody announced it, and the kids all went to their benches.
Yeah. There was an under 10 team at playing in Pittsburgh at a tournament at PPG Arena that was watching it on the big screen, and everybody was going nuts. So yeah, like all of these kids, boys and girls, were watching this and going nuts. It like gives them something to achieve, right? It gives them something to strive for. So yeah, absolutely, it's done. It's only further the enthusiasm of hockey in America for sure.
Yeah. Well, listen, just unbelievable outings for the U.S. Hockey teams. Chad, let's wrap up the Olympics real quick. What were the other best moments from the Olympics? What were the other highlights from the Olympics for you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, come on!
I don't know that anything else tops this for me.
No, not tops. Nothing tops it. No, that's not what I was asking. Just other good moments. Like how about that skier that came down the mountain and then got interviewed and talked about how he cheated on his girlfriend?
Oh, and cheated on his girlfriend.
Classic moment.
And begged for
Classic
her back.
moment.
And begged for her back. Yeah, I remember that.
I love how the lady interviewing. I think he was from Norway. The lady interviewing was like, she just stood there holding the microphone like,
Sir, you know this isn't Norwegian TV, right? Helga, I take you back. I'm so sorry.
I will ski to you right now.
Across country's a ski. I have this rifle. I will shoot anything in my way.
I'm always a fan of the shoot sports. I didn't know how many bobsleds there were. There's so many bobsleds.
Yeah.
So many damn bobsleds.
Yeah.
Did you see the video? Colin Jost decided.
Yeah.
Oh
shit.
I thought I was gonna break my back. That was unbelievable.
Shout out to I don't know his name, but the Haitian cross country skier, the first ever winter sport Olympian from Haiti to cross the finish line. He crossed it in like 18 hours, but he made it. He made it.
Hell yeah! We're training in Haiti.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love the Olympics. I do think I like the Summer Olympics a little better, except for the hockey.
Me too.
But they were very fun to watch. And you know what? Preemptive cheers to the Olympics just for this moment of, normally it's kind of the sports doldrums. the NBA All-Star Weekend sucks ass.
Yeah.
I really don't even like the NHL All-Star Weekend. I think that sucks too. No sport has a good All-Star. We could just get rid of it. Baseball is still okay, but otherwise we could just get rid of the All-Star games.
Dude, but I'm so excited for hold on a second. The world. When is that happening? It is happening in February 28th, though. I'm so excited because we have another one of this coming up. It's for hockey. It's the World Cup of Hockey.
Oh, yeah.
It's returning. I cannot wait for that.
Be awesome.
But hopefully the Russians can field the team in that one, because I sent you guys the lines.
Yeah.
A Russian team would have been frightening for not only the U.S., but Canada, Sweden, everybody else. The Russian team would have been frightening.
The Olympics are the best because no matter what time it is, you can just turn on some Olympics.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter what it is. Like I think I told you guys last week, like I will get into some figure skating. I don't give a shit if you think it's weird or not. I'm into the figure skating.
For sure.
I'm into the speed skating. I love the speed skating.
Yeah. Oh God.
Why are Dutch women so fast on skates?
Yeah, and so hot. But talk about another moment. That moment I sent you guys where that girl almost got her eye taken out by.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
And this Olympic conversation wouldn't be complete without shout out to Trojan and whatever other condom brands had to send over more because things got a little crazy over there.
Man, the hockey players were taking the rest of them that night.
All right, let's move off the Olympics. Let's go to our our asshole of the week. Jesus. And so, Chad, you got a video for yours, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me hit my share screen here and see if I can find it, because you say it's good. So I'm going to hit share. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it on the screen. Oh, was it already up there? Yeah, it was.
Nope.
I just got to click this. Do you not see it?
I see it. There it is.
All right. I just got to click it.
Click it.
This is Punch, and he is constantly bullied by the other monkeys. When he was just 6 days old, his mother rejected him, so the zookeepers bought him a toy so he wouldn't feel alone. Even now, he is constantly bullied and never lets go of his toy. It's his emotional support. But when the zookeeper shows up, he climbs up his leg and stays with him until he has to leave.
My asshole of the week is slutty monkey moms. Slutty deadbeat monkey moms. Okay, right? You know what? This poor monkey. If you didn't want Punch, huh? Maybe not open. Maybe don't open your monkey legs and have a monkey baby that you're just going to reject. So my asshole of the week is slutty monkey moms. Deadbeat slutty monkey moms. All right, Patches. All right, go fuck yourself. That poor Punch. But update: I have heard that some adult monkeys have taken him in now and have given him the love he is seeking. But yeah, deadbeat slutty monkey moms. Go fuck yourself, Pat.
I think this is one of the greatest asshole of the weeks of all time. Slutty monkey moms.
Yeah, deadbeat slutty monkey moms. Don't open your slut monkey legs anymore if you don't want any more kids.
Jesus, Chad.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about this.
Yeah.
No, that's great. Mine is much more serious and depressing. But my asshole of the week, and this is not about anything specific. Every time you say something about it, you go to give I don't give a shit anymore, actually, to be honest. My asshole of the week is the State of the Union address. I don't care who the president is. I don't think there's a thing that makes us look dumber as a country than the State of the Union. It is the dumbest thing that happens. And I don't know who watches it. Maybe some people do. The Cavs were on last night, got a great win against the Knicks. People are like, "Did you see the State of the Union?" I was like, "Fuck no. What?" I'm not watching this. We look like morons. Our whole country, it is the microcosm of our whole country just looking like morons is the State of the Union. I hate it. I hate how dumb it is. I hate the rounds of applause and the whole thing is stupid. I don't care who the president is. That is my asshole of the week. 100%.
Fair enough.
Pat Shea says, cheers on the other side for the update foster monkey moms.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Foster monkey moms. All right. So listen, Chad, you sent me a website that I want us to play a couple rounds of at the end of the show. So we're going to do that for fun. But let's get some quick hitters before we do that.
Sure.
And let's let's just talk about some local stuff here. Let's start with the Guardians, man. We're playing baseball.
Yeah, we sure are.
We're playing baseball. We are a little bit over a month away from opening day. I got my tickets. Joey's flying in from Seattle. Actually, so again, Joey's my brother-in-law. Bandito, who comes into the comments every once in a while, is Joey's dad. I guess Bandito's flying out to Seattle. They're going to the Guardians Mariners opening day in Seattle. That's the first game of the season.
Sick.
And then they're flying back. Joey's flying back. We're going to be at opening day. I'm so excited. But the Guardians out there in Arizona, and some surprising news, Chad, in that the Guardians sign Rhys Hoskins, which they signed him to a minor league deal. He was with Milwaukee, obviously kind of most well known for his time in Philly. But like, I think this is kind of an underappreciated move that they made. I don't want to give them credit because the whole operation sucks.
Yeah.
Even though it results in division championships and then exits from the playoffs. The operation sucks, but the Hoskins move, like this dude is he had a rough year last year because he didn't play. He was hurt and he didn't play in a ton of games for Milwaukee, but like consistently throughout his career, he's a 25, 30 home run, 80 plus RBI guy. And so I don't remember who it was on Twitter that tweeted, but he's a 238 career hitter. I don't give a shit about that. Batting average is the worst stat of all time. If you're telling me that Josh Naylor a lot of years would hit like 240 with 30 bombs. If you're telling me we're putting that back in the lineup with a right-handed bat, I don't know that I think it means the Guardians are going to be like runaway division champions, especially with what the Tigers have done this offseason. But like, does it make them significantly better? Yeah. If Rhys Hoskins can get back to just being like kind of his normal self, and he goes out there this year and hits 240 and he has 25 homers and 86 RBIs, the Cleveland Guardians got much better with that one move.
Power hitters nowadays are like the Eli Manning of the MLB, right?
Yep.
You know how like Eli would throw for 180 yards and one touchdown and like 4 picks, but then the next game would come out and throw for 440 and 5 touchdowns.
Yes.
And maybe 1 pick. That's what I equate power hitters to nowadays. It's like, it's all right. It's fine if you hit 230, right? Yeah. 240, as long as you're giving me 25 bombs and 80 to 90 RBIs. And that's what Rhys Hoskins can do. So yeah, I'm interested to see how the role plays out. Right? Because like, is he going to DH? Is he going to play some first? Because I know he's not an outfielder, but is he going to play? How much is he going to play at first? Like, I'd be interested to see how this plays out if he makes the major league roster. But if he does, yeah, I agree. If he's just Rhys Hoskins, this could be a very under the radar, like low key great signing.
I know he's a nice guy, but I hope what this means is that I hope the player that this impacts the most, hopefully, is David Fry. Yeah. And again, nice guy, easy guy to root for. He had that great year a couple years ago, but I thought even back then that was a non-sustainable way that David Fry is going to play baseball. Like, yeah, he showed it a little bit. I mean, he had the injury and all that, but like, and the broken face, but like, I just hope this doesn't do anything. Kyle Manzardo needs to play every day this year.
Right.
Get his random breaks like you would with Jose Ramirez. Kyle Manzardo needs to play as much as Jose Ramirez does.
Right.
This year. So with Hoskins, if that means you're just going to go DH first base with him and Manzardo, love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I think... Again, I think there's reason to think that the pitching can be better this year than it was last year, especially back end of the bullpen. Cade Smith knows going in that he's going to be the closer. Sweet. Let's go. Get guys like Slade Ciccone and, the pitching staff. They've got a little bit of extra experience. I do think bringing back Ben Lively was kind of a smart move.
Yeah.
all of a sudden, I don't know how. This is the Guardians, though. It wouldn't surprise me if they win 75 games, and they kind of are that kind of team. And it wouldn't surprise me if they win 92 games. Like, that is where the Guardians are. And to be honest with you, Chad, I don't know where to pick them between those two numbers. Like, those are the numbers. But I think this made them better, and I think they're committed to Chase DeLauter. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, but with his health history, you got to be a little bit more careful with him. So they rested him today. It's not worrisome to me. They rested him because they said he had a little soreness. He'll be fine. But dude,
I don't know. They've done this in the past, and then it's turned into Chase DeLauter put on long-term IR.
Yeah, he's got an oblique thing, and he's
got an oblique thing. So it's like that's why in the back of my mind I'm like, fuck, here we go again. But right now, I'm not worried.
Obviously, Klinger says in the comments, Travis Bazzana, he's tearing it up in spring training just at the start. He had a monster home run. Oh my gosh!
Did you say that in your Australian accent, Klinger? Did you say it in your?
But he's got to be better. Like, I don't know if Bazzana really has a chance to make the team. I don't know. I just think
Travis Bazzana.
They're playing.
That was good.
That was really good. I find an Australian accent like the hardest one to do.
Travis Bazzana.
Yeah, that's really great. That's great. That's great. Maybe it's because the only experience I have with Australians at this point is like Facebook videos of Australian guys pranking each other. That's all it is.
Yeah. You got to practice it though, right? Because like Irish accents, right? You always kind of lean towards, they're always after me, Lucky Charms. Like, you always got to practice the monotone.
What you got to be careful of, with the Australian accent is that the most popular word in Australia is the C word.
Yeah, right.
And it's not
cunt.
It's not,
what?
Jesus Christ. It's not super acceptable here. I wasn't ready for it.
I know. That's why I did it.
Ready for it.
That's why I did it.
Oh, God. Yeah, listen. Is one move for the Guardians going to put them over the edge and make them like World Series contenders? No. But if you get if you get most of his career level Rhys Hoskins, you've made yourself a much better baseball team. Especially if they're going to commit. This is the real other key. If they're going to commit to these dudes, if you're going to go with Chase DeLauter, commit to him. If you're going to go with Kyle Manzardo, commit to him. If you're going to go to CJ Kafis, commit to him. Like, play these dudes that got you to where you got last year. I know Travis Bazzana is getting brought up. I know they love them, some of their middle infielders that are tough to stomach sometimes. But, like, commit to the young dudes. Now you've supplemented it. And I think the Guardians, offensively, the Guardians have a chance to be much better than they were last year.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's the same story every year, right? Yes, that's what that meant. That's the acronym for what I said. Yeah, I mean, it's the same story every year with the Guardians, right? I mean, the stars have to align. I mean, that's it. I mean, we know this is a talented baseball team, but can they get pushed over the edge? I don't know. Maybe. It is. It's just the same question marks every single year with this team, and it's hopefully. I hope it happens. I'm hopeful that it happens for sure because they have the ability to be able to do that. Can they execute? We'll see.
All right, moving on away from the Guardians. Again, spring training happening now. We're about a month away from the season opener. That'll be out in Seattle. But let's move on a little bit. Just real quick hitters here. Before we get into the last thing, I want to do a little game we're going to play. I think this is just such a fun thing that I just want to put it on the show. But Chad, we talk about our other local teams. Let's start with the Blue Jackets, actually.
Yeah, shot.
So think about the run the Blue Jackets went on before the Olympic break. But now we're talking about 3+ weeks of not playing together as a team.
Right.
Obviously, Zach Werenski goes and does his thing. But I think they got 6 practices in with bonus with El Bonarito.
El Bonarito.
And again, going into the break, the Columbus Blue Jackets were pretty much the hottest team in hockey.
Yep.
How do we feel coming out of the break? Do we feel like they can pick up where they left off?
I mean, you can't help but feel yes, right? I mean, there's no reason to think that they can't.
Listen, I want to, but it makes me nervous that it's like a month of not playing hockey, and now you got to try to pick back up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's going to be some rust needing to shake off, right? You haven't played a game for 3 weeks, so obviously, tomorrow I would not be shocked if maybe it was a rough first period and a half. But if there's one thing about Bones, like being an old school coach, he's not going to let that go for too long. So it might be rough starting out tomorrow, but I expect them to get back to playing the way that they were playing, or playing the way that they know Bones wants them to play. I don't know if they're going to win tomorrow. I'm not going to guarantee a win, but I guarantee you at some point during the game tomorrow, you're going to see just exactly the style of play and how they were playing before the Olympic break.
Listen, I think, I was going to ask you a question, and then I think the obvious answer is goalie play. So I want to stay away from goalie play. I'm kind of hoping that the Olympic experience with Team Latvia, and we're doing pretty well. I mean, I'm hoping that propels Elvis a little bit, making him feel good. He had that experience with Team Latvia, all that. And obviously Jet has had maybe a little bit of an up and down year, but more up than down for the Jackets. So I know the goaltending is super important for the Jackets, but for them to get to where they want to go, which is a playoff berth, and then maybe even a little noise in the playoffs, who are the guys that you're most hyper focused on? We know Zach Werenski is going to be great. We know Boone Jenner is going to just be super solid all the way throughout if he's healthy. There's guys we know what they're going to do, but who are the guys that can set them over and get them to where they want to go?
I mean, it's going to be the blue line. It's going to be everybody on the blue line. It's going to be guys like Branson, Matejchuk, Provorov. It's going to be those guys, right? I mean, because before they went to the Olympic break, the things that they were doing so well that helped them propelled them to all of those wins is the defense, right? We always knew that this team had the ability to score goals, but the fact that the one major change that Bones made was being able to, was that this Blue Jacket team gave up the front of the net very easily. So, and before the Olympic break, they weren't doing that, right? They were not giving up the middle. They were getting into the dirty areas. Much like the U.S. team, they were keeping everything to the outside and making it much more difficult to score on this team, which gave way to great performances by Jet and Elvis. So, those are the guys I'm going to be hyper focused on tomorrow, because I have no doubts that this team isn't going to be able to score goals, because they do. They have all the talent in the world to be able to do so. But so the defense is what I'm going to be locked.
No, but I do think, I agree with you on the defense 100%, but I think if we're going to get onto the offensive side, we're going to get into the wings and the centers. Fantilli needs to continue to progress. Kent Johnson needs to, and we've seen it since Bonus has been here. Kent Johnson all of a sudden has a bigger role with the team, which is such a dramatic change. I really do think he's such a linchpin for the team, because again, we're talking about a top 5 draft pick here. He's a guy you're banking on being able to kind of be a main producer, main goal scorer, and not just even a goal scorer, but just a playmaker.
Sure.
Kent Johnson, we've seen it over the years, elite playmaking abilities out on the ice. And then it seems like he has this renewed confidence with Bonus. I think it's guys like that just kind of continuing to take those steps forward. If we're gonna take step 2, the defense is step 1. If we're gonna take step 2, it's some of those guys just continuing to step up and add their touch and that extra layer to the hockey team. I think it's just crucial.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, Fantilli's going to be extra motivated too. I mean, he's in a contract here, for God's sake. So yeah, it's the progression of the young guy still has to take place for sure. But the thing that's going to help that out, I think is the defense. But yeah, I agree.
But it has to happen. Here's the thing. The Blue Jackets, they're dangerously close to whiffing on way too many really high draft picks.
Yeah.
Kent Johnson's very important to them. Adam Fantilli is very important. He's had really great moments. He's had really great stretches, but he needs to be a little bit better. I mean, I keep thinking about Juracek. Like, that is such a whiff. That is such a whiff.
Right.
The fact that you traded him, he's gone, is such a whiff. Like, and now you talk about some of the recent picks, and there's a lot of questions there. So, like, it's very important that they get some of these guys that they really they used picks that are future defining draft picks on. You got to get these guys rolling, and I think it seems to me like that's been a priority of Bonus.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, having the young guys, again, with so much talent and skill in the young generation of NHL players these days, you got to let them play free, right? You got to let them go out there and use their size, use their speed, use their skill, use their talents to the best, to the advantage of the team. And through those last 11 games before the break, that's exactly what they were doing. So hopefully they can keep going.
So the Jackets are back for the first time in about a month tomorrow. So tune into that. And the other hand, we've got the Cavaliers playing right now. They're locked in a tight one, 116-112. The Bucks are leading the Cavaliers in Milwaukee, but nobody's playing for the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell's out. Evan Mobley's out. And then word comes down today. And maybe this should be a secondary asshole of the week. Whatever the goddamn curse is over the Cavaliers with injuries, like, you trade away Darius Garland, which I think is a good move at this point, because then we find out that Darius Garland's injury is maybe even more significant than it was ever thought. We talk about Darius Garland, we could never keep out on the court, and you bring in a guy like James Harden, right? James Harden doesn't miss a lot of time. In his entire career, James Harden is pretty sturdy and reliable. And what happens? That game yesterday against the New York Knicks, which was unbelievable. He fractures his right thumb, that's the good news. It's not a shooting hand, but he has this non-displaced fracture of his right thumb. And we don't know whether it's going to cause him to miss one game, which is tonight, or whether it's going to cause him to miss 4 weeks. It could be anywhere in between there at this point. The report is that he's planning on playing through the injury, which he should be able to do, especially because it's not a shooting hand. But, like, I've never seen anything like it with this Cavaliers team. Like, the injuries they have to deal with every year is unbelievable. And it's this James Harden thing that, like, exemplifies it to me, because, again, he doesn't miss a lot of time.
Right.
But then he comes to the Cavs and boom, broken thumb. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, when the waterfall of injuries happens, yeah, the thumb, it just happens. It's just something you can't explain, right? Like, there's just something in the air. And, you know, when a guy as steady and as durable as James Harden comes in, you think, great. He's going to be great out there. You know, he's always going to be out there. The best ability is availability. And here we are. I mean, he's going to play through it, like you said. And I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to affect his handles very much, but still, it's still an injury that has happened. And it's like, it's going to affect his game a little bit, you got to think, but it's just like, what the hell? What the hell?
And it's been the other issue is, like, you know what it reminds me of? Remember when the Cavs traded for Andrew Bogut? And then he played like 7 seconds and, like, ruptured his Achilles, and it was like, well, shit, that's the end of Andrew Bogut.
And everybody was so excited.
Well, we needed him. You needed it, that kind of player. And James Harden's been so perfect for the Cavs, right? Like, he's been ideal for the Cavs. He has. No matter what your perception of James Harden is, he's been perfect for them. I hope this isn't something that causes any long-term lasting effects, because I really do. I think with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley and these moves that they made for Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder and the development of Jalen Tyson and Sam Merrill just being unbelievable and Dean Wade doing what Dean Wade does, Like I honestly think that they became a championship contender with that move.
Sure. Right.
I think they did. And so hopefully they get him back and no more people get hurt because it's outrageous what they deal with. All right, Chad.
I had a sneeze. It wasn't coming out.
You gotta watch for that. You gotta watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had like, is there anything Browns that we want to talk? I don't. Oh, that was going to be my. I couldn't think of my asshole of the week.
Yeah.
So I went with what I went with. But my other asshole of the week was going to be the NFL Combine. It's my every year asshole of the week. I hate the Combine.
Yeah.
I hate. A couple players in the Combine decided they're not going to run the 40, and people online are like, "Oh my God, they're not going to run the 40." Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? Oh, yeah. And it was like linebackers.
Yeah.
When is a linebacker ever going to run 40 yards in a straight line? What are we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we hired 675-year-old Dom Capers. That's some Browns news.
Yeah, listen, Browns news. Todd Monken gave a press conference that I thought was fine. Here's the question I'll ask you, because there's been a little Browns news. The Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah thing is depressing.
For sure.
Because it sounds like he's never going to play again.
Right.
And good for him if that's the case. If there's a real risk for permanent injury, he shouldn't play again. He becomes the Grady Sizemore of the Browns. Yeah. And that is sad. It's sad because he was electric and unbelievable. And the thought, I let myself believe that we were going to see him and Carson Swessinger next to each other. And it would have been one of the greatest things in football. And I don't think we're ever going to see it.
Now you're going to see him next to you as a neighbor. Yeah.
No, probably. I'm gonna doubt.
Friends forever.
I'm gonna highly doubt that he maintains his house here. He's a good dude though. Nice guy in the neighborhood. He talks to the kids. He's nice to everybody. Yeah, he's a good dude. A lot of people getting ready for free agency, the draft, and what are the Browns going to do, and offensive line and all that. There's a lot going on with. This is me realizing that I've just forgot my train of thought because I was going to ask you something about football, the draft.
We can move on to Perry Pick'em. Let's just do it.
I think we're going to have to.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. I don't give a shit about it.
No,
we got about a week and a half until anything significant happens with the Browns.
Right.
Here's what I will ask you before we go to Perry Pick'em. What's your knowing now where we're at going into the offseason? The Browns have basically their entire offensive line they're about to lose. Although maybe this is the question I'm going to ask you. This Wyatt Teller separation is real weird to me.
Okay.
Have you noticed, Carly's very online.
Right.
They're talking a lot of shit about the Browns and Cleveland and it's very weird to me. What could have happened there? What was the issue there?
I don't know.
They're acting like Wyatt was as good as he's ever been. And he wasn't. The last 3 years, Wyatt's not been great.
Right.
There's a lot of, I don't know. It's weird. I think it's very weird that they're talking shit.
Yeah, that's something we'll never know. I honestly, it's something we're never going to know. But obviously some sort of miscommunication, drama, decisions that he didn't like, the organization didn't like, probably his random calf injuries that he would be out with or a scratch that he would be out with. It's just something we're never going to know.
Okay, last question on the Browns. Are you good? Shit. Cavs just lost by 2. What a great effort by the Cavs, though, without all of their players. Jared Allen hit a shot to tie the game as the clock expired and the ball was in his hands with 1/10 of a second left on the clock. and so they waved it off.
Ooh.
All right, last question. This is my last question for you, Browns. Then we'll go to the other. Then we'll go to the website and we'll play a game. Quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they go into the year with Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Deshaun Watson in the quarterback room.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
It's what I'm expecting to go in with anyway. I mean, unless they make some sort of trade, like I don't know. I'm not expecting a quarterback at 6. I'm not expecting a quarterback at 24. If I'm expecting a young quarterback, it's going to be later in the draft.
Okay.
So unless forget
the draft.
Yeah.
What would you rather them do other than that? If you would, if the option is either Shedeur Sanders, Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, that's the quarterback room. Is there a thing you'd rather have them do?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'd rather them explore, Malik Willis or explore.
Okay, so
a Geno Smith, some guys like that. I would rather have them explore that.
Pause for a minute. Let's talk about those things individually.
Okay.
Do you really? The rumor right now is that there's teams willing to offer Malik Willis $30 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have them do that?
Would I rather have them do that? Yeah. Yes.
$30 million a year. So what you're doing there, because you're $30 million a year, but you're not going to do that for 1 or 2 years. You're hitching your wagon to Malik Willis. Are you willing to hitch your wagon for the next 5 or 6 years to Malik Willis?
I mean, am I? Because when I'm thinking Malik Willis, if I'm thinking $30 million a year, I'm thinking along the lines of like a Justin Fields contract.
No.
Like a 2-year, $40 million contract.
No, Justin Fields had all the options to be a starter, and then he had his injuries, and then he wasn't very good when he played. Malik Willis has been the understudy guy in Green Bay, which that's what they've done in Green Bay for all those years, is they've had the understudy guy that then comes up and is good. His situation isn't that. His situation isn't that like, I guess it's he was the understudy. This isn't because of anything he did. It's not because he underperformed somewhere. It's because people think he has the ability to perform.
Sure.
So you're going to somebody's going to give him a contract.
I mean, if that's the case, then you know what? Yeah, I probably would rather do that. I probably would rather do that than go with Deshaun, Shedeur, or Dylan. I mean, if I'm thinking about it right now.
But do you think that's the best thing for the Browns long term?
Like, I mean, you're taking a risk, obviously, but you're also taking a risk that Shedeur's going to work out.
Yeah, but if he doesn't work out, this is just my 2 cents. If he doesn't work out, then you make the change next year, and you know it. So the only reason I think that you can argue that you got to give $30 million a year in a 5 or 6 year or whatever contract to Malik Willis is because you think he's going to make you a contender this year. That's the only reason I think you do it, because next year, if you don't do that and you go into the year with Deshaun and Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel, which I know nobody likes that room. I don't like that room. Don't get me wrong. It's not like that doesn't excite me by any stretch.
Yeah.
But you go into this year with that room, then next year. Like, let's say you give Shedeur Sanders enough you give him enough leash, right? That he can go out there and play, but if he's not good, then he's not good. Deshaun Watson could just stay in Italy or wherever he's going to take weird Instagram pictures in front of a Ferrari that he rented. I don't give a shit about that. Dylan Gabriel is Dylan Gabriel. Like, then you go into next year going, okay, well, we saw Deshaun doesn't have it. We don't think Dylan has it. And or we saw Shedeur doesn't have it. And Deshaun can just go live his own life. Now we can make a real quarterback choice. Like, I guess I don't really want, if the Browns feel like the quarterback of the future is available to them this offseason, then go ahead and get him. But if it's just like we think he's better than what we have now, but we don't know if he's like the future guy. I don't fuck that.
Well, if you're going to pay a guy like that $30 million a year, that's what you think of him, right? It's not that you're better than him, not that he's better than what we have now. It's that you think he's the future. So, I mean, if they do end up giving him that sort of contract, if they do end up signing him, then I'm hitching my wagon to the Malik Willis train.
Sure,
you have to, right? But
100%.
I see what you're saying with the Shedeur thing, but yeah, I just
the more I've thought about it, I talked about this on my show with Fred earlier tonight. The more I think about this, the more I'm like, please do not go out and look for like the next Sam Darnold. Please don't. You're not there yet. You have the reason Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion with the Seahawks is because the Seahawks were ready to win a Super Bowl. They just needed the quarterback. The Browns are not ready to win the Super Bowl and they just need a quarterback. I don't want them to just go out and get the next reclamation. Like a lot of people, Pete Smith loves the idea of going and getting Geno Smith. I would rather do about 7 million things than go get Geno Smith. I don't want Geno Smith. He's already been a reclamation guy. He's not going to do it again. Like, I'm glad Geno had his moment in Seattle. He's not going to be another reclamation project. I don't want that. I'd rather go into next year going, all right, we can clean the slate of quarterback. But you know what we did? We fixed the offensive line. We fixed the wide receivers. We added this talent. Our defense is still awesome. We shored that up because the defense is probably going to lose some players this offseason. We shored that up a little bit. And now next year, let's find the quarterback.
But is Malik Willis a reclamation project anymore? I mean, he didn't. It's not like he had a full year in Tennessee.
No, he's not a reclamation project.
Yeah,
I don't think he is. I think he's but that's what you have to decide.
Right.
The problem is, and again, this is the problem in sports. I've said this a million times on the show. There's so little room for middle ground. There, you have to either be a 30 million plus quarterback or you have to be like a 2 million quarterback. You can't be a 15 million quarterback. Like, there's so little room for middle ground.
Sure.
And I just don't know. I don't know that I would pay Malik Willis $30 million.
Well, I don't know, but I think the thing people have to think about is like quarterbacks like a Pat Mahomes, like a Josh Allen, like all the elite quarterbacks in the NFL are a dime a dozen, right? It's you've got those guys, but then everybody else is just like good to great. Like they're not like the top tier, top notch. Right, you're banking on a good quarterback taking you through the playoffs.
Well, here's what I'll tell you. I think this is a pretty good comparison. You could go try to sign Malik Willis and give him a $30 million a year contract. Or tell me your opinion on this. Would you rather do that? Or would you rather take, like, let's say the 24th pick in the draft, which the Browns own, and maybe the 4th round pick? I don't know, whatever you'd have to take. And I know how people are going to receive this. It's not meant to be this. Would you rather trade a late first rounder and a later round pick to Houston for CJ Stroud?
I'd rather do CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
If you're like my options, right? I mean, he's a lot more proven than Malik Willis is. I mean, I think people would feel better about CJ Stroud because they've seen him perform on a consistent basis. You only see Malik Willis when Jordan Love's gone down. But granted, he's performed well in the absence of Jordan Love, but at the same time, nobody's ever ready for the backup quarterback. So you don't know how Malik Willis is going to look as a consistent starter. Now, you know, people are going to feel bad, and I know I know whatever team he goes to, and if he performs well, the hindsight warriors are going to be out. Oh, you should have signed Malik Willis. You could have had Malik Willis for this. But if those are my options, I would trade for Stroud.
And listen, it's not an Ohio State thing. I'm not 100% sold on CJ Stroud, but I'm with you. He's done a lot of things in the NFL, and if you're desperate to try to kind of get your quarterback situation squared away this year, which I don't think the Browns should be, then and frankly, and don't get me wrong, I don't know why the Houston Texans would put CJ Stroud on the trade block, but there's been some movement in the rumor mill about that.
Sure.
I would absolutely 1,000% take CJ Stroud over Malik Willis. 1,000%.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be a thought for me.
Right.
So, all right. Listen, there are more Brown stuff to come. Again, we're getting we're about a week and a half from actually knowing what's going to happen in free agency. That'll tell us more about how they're going to approach the draft. And so there's a lot going on that we'll talk about more with the Browns. But I do want to do this, Chad, because you sent this to me, and I thought it was a shit ton of fun.
Super fun.
And so I want to do it with you here on the show. And this is called, it's called Perry Pick'em. And I want to do it here. So I don't
go to the fantasy games.
No, game mode.
Game mode, single player.
Single player, NFL, single player. Yeah, it's this one. All right, so here's the rule of this game, Perry Pick'em. And Chad, I'll let you go first. It's going to like scroll through teams, and you have to make a fantasy team based on a player's like best ever fantasy season.
Yeah.
Or game or whatever it is. And so Chad, you're going to go first. We'll catch up. So you see it scrolling through the teams.
And it's from 1980 and on, by the way. This isn't just like recent. This is like you can go all the way back to 1980 when fantasy football started.
Correct. All right, so Chad, you're first. Can you see the screen?
Yep, sure can.
Your first team is the Dallas Cowboys. What are you going to do with the Cowboys if you have to build a fantasy team? Any player from 1980 on.
Running back, Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. Get you 414.8 points.
Fucking go.
The Rams.
Ooh. All right. Let's see. Ooh. I could go so many different directions with this.
We're doing the season here, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a fantasy season.
All right, we'll do the season and then we'll do the game because I think the game is fun too.
Okay. God. Where do I go here? Mike?
You got the LA Rams, the St. Louis Rams,
yeah,
the LA Rams again.
Put me in the flex.
Okay.
And give me Eric Dickerson.
Oh, I'm just gonna type in Dick.
Dick.
Oh, I hate when the Jets come up.
Ugh, gross.
I know it is gross.
All right. Let me go with
Sanchez.
Butt fumble. Let me go with the flex again. And give me Curtis Martin.
I love Curtis Martin.
Yeah.
Marshall Faulk Jr. Ooh, the Bills.
Wide receiver. No. Oh, shit. Ooh. Or do I want to go QB Josh Allen? Give me Josh Allen.
That's what I was wondering if you were going to do that. I'll just give you Doug Flutie.
Josh Allen. Calvin Johnson, wide receiver.
Yep,
boom.
That's easy.
Los Vegas.
Raiders.
Las Vegas. Oh, wide receiver, Tim Brown.
Wow. Not great.
Kellen Winslow. No, Antonio Gates.
Thank you, you dummy.
Jesus Christ. Dummy.
You big dummy.
You big dummy.
All right, you wound up with
what?
2,418 points.
Let's fucking go. That's a good
Allen,
one.
Smith, Johnson, Brown, Gates, Dickerson, and Martin.
Look at that lineup.
All right, this is my turn. Raiders. God,
you get one skip, by the way. You can skip once if you want to.
Well, you didn't, so I'm not going to.
All right.
You know what? I'm just gonna Brock Bowers this.
Okay.
Because I feel like tight end is a very hard position to kind of get into. I'm gonna go to flex for the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm gonna go with MVP year Sean Alexander.
Oh, nice.
Denver. Damn. Actually, I think I'm going to go to running back here because I think Clinton Portis had his best year in Denver, and we're going to go 316.2 there. I'm getting.
I would have went Terrell Davis.
No, I think Clinton Portis had the better year.
Okay, all right.
The Giants, I'm getting hosed on this. I'm going to go. I do think Odell Beckham's 1 year with the Giants was great. 319.
There it was.
The Colts. It's got to be Peyton Manning, right?
It's got to be Peyton. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Well, with your quarterback slot open, yeah. The Browns.
All right, hold on. The Browns.
You could go Webster Slaughter.
No, I think I'm going. No. You're crazy. I think what you're not thinking of is. I love Kevin Johnson is on here. I think what you're not thinking of. A lot of people.
Oh yeah, Josh Gordon.
I think a lot of people think of that, but remember that this dude's year was better than Josh Gordon's.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper was amazing. And then Buffalo. Oh, what am I going to do here? Joe Cribbs.
Joe. Oh, Josh's brother.
Cribbs. Thurman
Peerless
Thomas.
Price, for sure.
Andre Reed would be good.
Thurman Thomas. Come on.
Yeah, it's got to be Thurman Thomas.
Oh, winner. Yes.
All right, you took me out.
Winner.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back to the main page. I want to do the one game. How do I get there?
The one game
Hall of Fame. How do I get there? I don't
know that I played one game. I think I just played the roster.
No, but the highest score in one game.
Highest score in one game.
Hold on.
Fantasy games?
Yes. NFL.
Best game. Switch to best game. It's up there next to best season.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Go back.
Best game. Yes, unlimited. All right, we're going to do this. All right, Chad. Vikings, best game.
It's either Randy Moss or Justin Jefferson, right?
Who are you going to take?
Or did Herschel Walker? No, Herschel Walker sucked in the Vikings. Vikings.
Terrible.
Give me Randy Moss.
Randolph Moss.
46.
That's his highest scoring single game. Chiefs. Damn it.
Home.
You're getting lucky as fuck.
Cheese, Patrick Mahomes.
You suck.
Patrick
Although
Mahomes.
that's not the pick I would have made.
Which one would you have made?
Travis Kelce. Tight end's the hardest one to get.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Atlanta
Falcons.
Of course I'm taking Kyle Pitts. No, just kidding. Just don't even fucking do it.
Just don't.
Okay.
This one's obvious.
What? Bijan?
I'm going to let you just do it.
This one's obvious. Who am I missing? Julio Jones?
What are you going to do? I need you to be decisive.
All right, Julio Jones. Should I do Julio Jones?
Yeah, it was Julio Jones.
Yeah.
That was the easy. That was the pick. Bengals. Oh, this is obvious too.
Is it?
Yes.
Am I thinking a running back?
I think you should just pick a player and stop trying to get clues out of me, you big dick.
Shut your mouth. Flex, Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm. That was the obvious one.
That was the obvious one.
Yep. Oh, look at
Let's
that.
go. Detroit
Oh, my
Lions.
God.
Calvin Johnson
You
in the
suck.
flex. Calvin Johnson in the flex.
That was not the right pick, by the way.
What was it?
Barry Sanders scored more than that.
Let's see. Los Angeles Rams.
Tight end or running back for the Rams?
Ooh, running back Marshall Falk.
Ooh, not the right pick.
Yes, it is. 54 points.
All right, Ravens, tight end.
Mark and Todd Heap or Mark Andrews?
Yeah, I gave you Mark Andrews because it's
340. Let's go.
That's such a good score.
That's it.
Watch, I'm going to get the goddamn New York Jets and New York Giants 1,500 times. That was really good, Chad. Texans.
Ooh. I mean, this one is also obvious.
Is it Andre Johnson?
Yeah, I think
DeAndre
so.
Hopkins?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with DeAndre. I think DeAndre had the higher score. Yeah, I
Boom.
feel good.
That's
about
good. Oh, God, here we go.
that. Lions. Well, we'll just go with barreled Sanders. Chargers. Well, we'll go with the obvious Ladanian.
Ladanian.
Motherfucker. If I get the Raiders,
Dude, wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, go ahead. Go Bowers. It's fine.
Yeah,
Go Bowers.
I'm going to take Bowers as my
Ooh,
tight end.
that was not the
well,
pick.
Oh,
by
wait.
the way.
This is the pick. What do you mean that wasn't the pick?
For the Raiders?
Yes.
Hmm.
Who do you think the pick was?
Hmm.
So my next pick is the New Orleans Saints, and I'm going Alvin Kamara. Oh, look at that one. Oh, my God. This is going great for me. Jamar Chase is on my team, too, you big jerk. Son of a bitch.
No.
Oh.
Troy Aikman.
Oh, no. Which quarterback do I pick here?
It's probably Dak. It's got to be Dak.
I think it's Dak. No.
No. Wait, we tied?
No.
Did we tie?
348.9? No way. No way.
Dude. No, what? You know what? If we're going to do another game, I'm not going to say the Raiders. My Raiders pick.
Or we're doing one more for the win.
We got to do the rubber match.
All right, Chad. Baltimore, the Ravens. Your first pick.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, that's the right pick. 42.6. Dallas.
Okay. Give me Emmett again.
Emmitt Smith.
Fuck.
41.3. Washington.
Commanders?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Ugh.
That's tough.
This is bad. This is going to be real bad.
Well, go on. Tell me who you're picking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Well,
the
we don't have time for you to just
I don't know the
here.
history of Commanders football
Yeah,
real well.
you don't have time to just sit here and stare at it.
Fine, Art Monk.
Art Monk. Solid pick. Bills.
Thurman Thomas.
Thurman. Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, it's always Jamar Chase.
And always going to be Jamar Chase.
Seahawks.
Seahawks?
That's a tough one.
That is going to be a tough one. Seahawks. Let's go with... I don't know any Seahawks tight ends. So, yeah, let's go with Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch.
Shit.
Good one. And the Panthers.
Greg Olson.
Greg Olson. You got so lucky.
Yeah.
All right, 303.1. Way lower than our last one.
Yeah.
All right. Lamar Jackson, Emmitt Smith, Art Monk, Jamar Chase, Greg Olson, Thurman Thomas, Marshawn Lynch. That's a great fantasy team.
Yeah. Who the hell? Washington. Who would you have picked for Washington?
Skip. You said we get a skip. Buffalo Bills. I'm taking Josh Allen.
Of course you got to.
Of course, yeah.
Or
Josh
Jim. I wonder what Jim Kelly's best score would have been.
Baltimore Ravens. I think I will take with the Baltimore Ravens.
Ernest Biner.
Ernest Einer.
Yo.
Didn't Jamal Lewis just go crazy in a game?
Yeah, he did.
Yep, sure did. 41.5. Tennessee Titans. We'll just go Derrick Henry.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
We'll take that.
Oh,
49ers.
You skipped over the best one.
Oh, well,
in the Titans.
49ers. I'll just take my wide receiver. I don't know if you heard of this guy. Wait till you see this number.
What's his name?
Jerry Rice.
You son of a bitch.
Some bitch. And next to him, I will put DeAndre Hopkins back up there.
I wonder what Andre Johnson's best game was.
Oh, I love the Giants here because give me
Mark Bavaro.
Mark
Done.
Bavaro. Give me Jeremy Shockey.
Ooh.
30 points. That's fine. And flex, I get to just pick a Chiefs player. Well, I love that. And there's a lot of great players that have done a lot of great things, but give me Tyreek Hill at 57.9 points. And I take the victory.
Winner.
Look at that team.
Dude, yeah. So your Raiders pick, That's why, like, there's an obvious Raiders pick for me. Who knows football?
Who was your Raiders pick?
Who knows football?
Bo knows?
Bo knows. Bo
No,
Jackson, dude.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Bo's number is high as you think it is.
Really?
I've played this game a bunch of times. And what I have learned about playing the game a bunch of times is the tight end matters a lot. You got to get your tight end right.
Yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for episode 303. We've got a couple orders of business left. Our last order of business here are cheers of the week. So why don't you go ahead, Chad, and give cheers of the week for you?
My cheers of the week goes to the guy handing out Beanie Babies at the Olympics for like a silver medal. Like the fact that you could do that, the fact that you could do that with a straight face and just not get punched in the face by the people who just lost, came in second in like the biggest game of their lives. Like what? I don't even know. But cheers to you, dude, for being able to do that and keep your composure.
Yeah, bravo. Chad, I'm going to include you on my cheers of the week, and I'm going to include Joe on my cheers of the week. My cheers of the week is the U.S. men's hockey team.
Okay.
Not just for winning the gold medal, but then for Zach Werenski leading the way into the stands and getting Johnny Gaudreau's kids.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I have no shame. I don't care. I don't care what you think of me. I legitimately cried for about 2 hours.
Yeah.
After they brought Johnny Gaudreau's kids down on the ice, and you gave a shout out to who'd you give a shout out to before for paying for Layla
Kelsey.
Edwards?
The Kelsey.
Yeah, the Kelseys.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to the NBC executives that paid for Johnny Gaudreau's family to go spend time at the Olympics. We talked around it when we did the Olympics talk because I was waiting for it for cheers of the week. That moment at the end, I'll just tell you this. My wife doesn't care about sports or whatever.
Yeah.
So they win the gold medal. I'm excited. Me and my kids are watching it. My wife's upstairs hanging out.
Sure.
And the whole scene goes down after. And my wife is walking down the stairs, and I got tears just streaming down my face. I'm like breathing heavy.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh my God, just for the Olympics?" I go, "No." Again, Johnny was a guest of ours here on Garage Beers, and not just a guest, but man, oh man, did he do some work for us.
Yeah.
To see those kids out on the ice holding their dad's jersey, it hit real hard.
For
it
sure.
hit real hard.
For
it
sure.
hit just the right way. And that moment, and it was all of Team USA. The fact that they have Johnny's jersey in the locker room, and they kind of save his locker for him, and then to go into the stands and get his kids. Jesus.
Yeah.
It was as powerful and as emotional of a moment as you could possibly get. So that's my cheer of the week. That was awesome.
Yeah,
was awesome.
For sure.
Awesome.
Man. Special moment. He was looking down on you at that team for sure. Did you see that picture I sent you too with like someone photoshopped Johnny on the ice, knocking that puck out of the way for McKinnon on that open net? Special.
Yeah, Johnny was a special dude, and we got to know that on a very personal level on this show.
Those kiddos don't know it yet, man. But whoo, boy, did they have a lot of love and support surrounding them, and the memories they're about to have.
When they brought them out on the ice, I was a mess.
Yeah.
And shout out to Meredith, and shout out to Johnny's parents for just being. They're always just so gracious, and they're right for the camera at the moment. It's all good. It's all good with Johnny, and it makes me feel a sense of gratitude that we got to have him in Columbus with us for a little bit of time. Like,
Yeah.
he was a special guy. He's got a special family, and his time in Columbus is there's just a lot of gratitude that goes along with it. So that was my cheer of the week.
Yeah. And then you see his dad, sharing some of his last words with Johnny, or from Johnny to him, about how they have to hit it hard in the summer because his dad trained him because he wanted to make the Olympics, and it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's it. All right. That was my cheer of the week. But this has been really fun. It was just you and me, Chad. But you know what the fun thing is about this? As I do miss Joe in these episodes, but the fun thing about an episode like this is that this is how the podcast originally started.
Yeah, for sure.
You and me, Chad and Mike, Garage Beers podcast before Garage Beers beer was even a thing. Don't ever forget that.
Yeah.
And God, thank God for Joe, because without him, we probably would never get on the air.
No.
But really fun time, really fun just going over all the most recent thing in sports. And listen, 400 people still in here at
nice.
About 11 o'clock tonight shows that this was a fun show. So that's going to do it for episode 303. We're just going to do our thank yous, and then we're going to get out of here. First thank you goes to the OBR. Get over to the OBR.com and subscribe to the best, oldest, largest independent Browns coverage site in all of Cleveland. The OBR is the place for it. So get over there and hit subscribe. A big shout out to everybody that joined us here tonight. The comments were great. It was, you guys led the show in so many ways, but everybody that joins us live and everybody that joins us later, remember, if you can catch us live, it's great. If not, you can always catch us on YouTube, on Twitch, or you can go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or iHeart. We are on all the podcast networks, so please go check us out and tell your friends to do the same. And our biggest thank you to everybody that was here with us tonight live. The comments were great. We had a great time. I know, again, here on Garage Beers, we really pride ourselves on special guests and bringing athletes and media people and whatever in here in a place where they can just be comfortable and hang out. But sometimes we just got to do a show like this. And so we appreciate the fact that you hang out with us when we do this as well. That's going to do it for episode 303 of Garage Beers. For Joey that wasn't even here at Garage Beers, Joe, for Chad over on the east side of Cleveland at Garage Beers, Chad, I am Michael Keefe at Garage Beers. Mike, go follow the show at The Garage Beers on all the socials. And we will see you next week for episode 304. Until then, as always, cheers, everybody.